I have never seen a pyramid before. Have you, friends, ever been exposed to the secrets of a pyramid? If not, let us today explore the mysteries behind the Tutankhamun pyramids of Egypt. To know more about this pyramid, first, we have to know who is King Tutankhamun. King Tutankhamun, or Tutankhamun, ruled Egypt for 10 years as pharaoh until his death in the year 1324 BC at the age of 19. Despite his administration's reputation for rectifying his father's disastrous religious alterations, Tutankhamun's influence was largely negated by his successors. He was barely known to the modern world until 1922, when British archaeologist Howard Carter chipped through a gateway and entered the young pharaoh's tomb, which had been sealed for more than 3,200 years. The tomb's massive collection of artifacts and treasure, which were supposed to accompany the king into the afterlife, revealed a staggering amount about royal life in ancient Egypt and quickly boosted King Tutankhamun to the throne. There is an interesting fact behind the pyramid. It is called the Curse of Pharaohs. Do you know that Carter's sponsor, Lord Carnarvon, died 4 months after first entering the tomb? Prompting journalists to coin the phrase Curse of the Pharaohs, saying that hieroglyphs on the tomb walls warned anybody who disturbed King Tut would die quickly. The curse has been blamed for more than a dozen deaths, but tests have proven that individuals who entered the tomb survived just as long as those who did not. How did the king die? There are numerous ideas as to why King Tut was assassinated. With a severe bone condition in his clubbed left foot, he was tall but physically fragile. He is the only pharaoh who has been represented seated while participating in physical sports such as archery. Some historians assume Tutankhamun was murdered because his remains displayed a hole in the back of his head, but current examinations suggest the wound was created during mummification. In 1995, CT scans indicated that the king had a shattered left leg that was diseased, and DNA from his mummy revealed signs of multiple malaria illnesses, all of which could have contributed to his early death. After his death, King Tut was mummified by Egyptian religious tradition, which dictated that royal remains should be preserved and prepared for the afterlife. He was laid in a series of nested containers, 3 golden coffins, a granite sarcophagus, and 4 gilded wooden shrines, the largest of which barely fit inside the tomb's burial chamber, after his organs were removed and he was wrapped in resin-soaked bandages. Loot in the tomb? The entrance passage appears to have been robbed shortly after the burial, while the interior rooms remained locked. Following Tut, the pharaohs opted to disregard his rule because, despite his efforts to restore Amun, he was tarnished by his father's religious upheavals. The most valuable treasures, such as the burial mask, are no longer exported from Egypt. Tutankhamun's mummy is still on exhibit at the Valley of the King's KV-62 chamber, where his layered coffins have been replaced by a climate-controlled glass case. His golden mask is on display at Cairo's Egyptian Museum, but Tutankhamun's collection will eventually be moved to the Grand Egyptian Museum, or GEM, which is set to open in 2020.